So it's a great pleasure for me to be with you tonight. And I would say it's a particular pleasure to be with Mrs. Cyprus, because before being in charge of Airbus Venture, I was in charge of space, and I had the chance to benefit from a tremendous support of Mrs. Cyprus. And today, I think that also we have a tremendous support in terms of innovation. I think it's obvious that for a company like Airbus, innovation is everywhere, is key. And I will not spend too much time to illustrate this innovation. What I would like to stress is why we need, on top of the billions of euros that we are spending in R&D, why we need the support of startups. Because the lessons that we learned in the last 5 years, and especially in space, I must say, but in all the portfolio of Airbus, is that disruption, in fact, has come a lot from the outside. By using technologies, by using business models, by using methods outside of the aerospace industry to compete with the traditional players of aerospace. So, in order to face this situation, we have decided to enlarge in some way our access to innovation ecosystems and to support startups. Of course, a company like Airbus is dealing on a daily basis with startups for procurement, for instance, for some partnership. And we have been adapting our procedures, which are terrible sometimes, for startups. So we have been creating exceptions, fast tracks. But I would like to stress two initiatives tonight which show our commitment to startup. The first initiative is the Biz Labs. The Biz Labs are an internal accelerator where we accelerate both internal entrepreneur and external startup. So this is the model to have both internal and external startup together to support them. Today, we have quite an interesting portfolio of, within our Biz Labs. We have 3 geographic slots for our Biz Lab. We have Toulouse, we have Hamburg, and we have Bangalore. And you can see the figures. For instance, in Toulouse, there are more internal projects, but in Hamburg, there are more external projects. And already, after a few years of business, we can see quite impressive success stories, and 3 here are listed as an example. You will have the opportunity to have a pitch of one of them tonight in flight, if my memory serves me well. So, Biz Lab, a way to support innovation, a way to support the ecosystem by creating links between startup and Airbus Group. The second vehicle which has been created, and I am in charge of this vehicle now, is Airbus Ventures. And as was said, Airbus Venture is an investment fund. So we have been committed $150 million, or euro, it's almost the same, or Swiss francs, to invest in startups. The fund was created in January 2016. What is the rationale? The rationale is to take share, a minority position, in startups which, because of their technology, because of their business model, we believe can change our industry. What are the fields in which we are particularly interested? These are listed, here. The first field is all which is linked to what we call urban air mobility. To make it simple, it's the same as autonomous car, but it's flying. And of course, the link with the automotive industry is very strong. That's why on this topic, by the way, Germany is very important for us. Second topic, connected fleet. It's the organization of data and use of data that we are getting from planes for predictive maintenance, for creating business. Third theme, very, very general, but very important for us, digital development and manufacturing, 3D manufacturing. Fourth, energy, the new sources of energy and propulsion, and the first step is electricity, of course. Fifth, artificial intelligence, which is linked to our products or which is linked to our design and production facility. Some spots in cybersecurity, protection of our products, protection of our industrial tools, quantum computing, and some areas in space. Today, we have a portfolio of a few companies. We started in the Silicon Valley, but today we are spreading in the Spree Valley, in the Garonne Valley, in the Elbe Valley, in the Silicon Wahid. So we are spreading our activities in the key areas, and Europe is a key area for us. And you can see in our portfolio that we have already some significant investment. Our goal, again, is not to take control of the companies, not at all. Our goal is to be a minority investor, to help the company, and by helping the company, we'll help ourselves, because then we can sell the shares of the company after a while. So this is the model that we are using. So, altogether, we are absolutely convinced. Of course, we have huge capabilities of research and development. We have huge capabilities of innovation within Airbus. But we are absolutely convinced that we need startups, because startups are doing things that we cannot do. And then the key issue is to build this partnership in order to win together. Thank you very much. And again, thank you for your support, because it's a very efficient place to work here, thanks to you.